when you want to shoot, but it's cold. Photography life in Wisconsin. What's going on? Gonna start this vlog off tonight. Right now it's raining out, so I don't even know if this vlog's actually gonna happen or not. We're gonna start it out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go do some night photography tonight with the PixelStick. So waiting on Devin to get here. Gonna do the vlog. We'll do the PixelStick downtown Appleton. We're gonna see how it turns out. Then I'm gonna take you through the whole process, start to finish, editing, all of that. So while I'm here a couple minutes, I'm going to show you my PixelStick here. Basically what I did is I took a piece of PVC pipe, cut it in half, used a three-way attachment right there, put the excess piece on there, made a handle, used the hockey tape kind of to give it a grip. And basically what it is it's a 40-inch LED strip right off Amazon, USB, so basically it's made to go on the back of a TV. And then I have taken it and put it into a cell phone hot charger, fast charger. So that's all set up. We'll show it to you in action here in a little bit. All right, so now Devin's finally here. We're gonna go out and shoot with the PixelStick. Definitely not gonna be driving around with this bright light on. So once we get to the location and it stops raining, then I will go ahead and show you guys the PixelStick in action. So we are at the location, but as you can tell, it is raining pretty hard. So I'm actually not going to be filming us actually shooting the photos, but I will show you the location. We are at a stairwell in Appleton. So I'm not going to actually show the shooting of it, but I will show you once we get back to the studio, the editing process. So we're going to do some light painting on the stairwell. So we just got done shooting. We did these stairs here, and we shot under that bridge. So now I'm gonna go back to the studio. It's cold, so I'm gonna go back to the studio, edit these photos, so here we go. Now I'm sitting down, I've scrubbed through the photos, and I am going to show you how I create my type of photos, the Josh Russell look, which is the edge grunge style. I'm gonna kind of show you, walk you through how I would do that with these long exposure photos. This one is completely untouched. I haven't done anything to it yet. I'm going to show you how I take some of the saturation out and just make it a little bit more my style. So basically, the first thing I like to do is I like to bring up the shadows and the blacks a little bit. We're just going to brighten it up just a little bit for now. We're also going to bring the exposure up just a tad. So basically what I did is I'm almost blowing it out. I shot this at ISO 100, so there's really not much pixelation in here, noise in here. So it's at ISO 100. I shot at f22 for 20 seconds. That way I had enough time to start at the top and walk all the way down. You don't see any of my body in this. There may be a little tad right there, but it's really not even enough to notice. I'm not even going to worry about trying to Photoshop that out. It hides into the bricks pretty good. So basically, once I get the shadows and the blacks up, what I like to do is I like to mess with the clarity. So we're just gonna completely make this thing 76%. I mean, we could probably honestly go 100, but we're not gonna need to. We'll go about 86. And then what I like to do is I like to bring the vibrance down. So then it kind of dulls it down, but then I'm going to actually bring the saturation up. So it's a dull, but it's still got the color to it. The next step is to create that flat style. Essentially what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go down the right side and show you each setting that I do all the way down to get my photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click a little dot here, and that makes a point to start the curve. Basically what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to start bringing this up until I feel like it's a good level of flatness. You can see it kind of in this area. This would be normal, and then Oh, that's too much. And then that's about the flatness that I want. So we have the flatness done. I can show you the before and the after so far. Let's go with that one. So we got that one, and we'll go back though. It does look really dull right now, so what I need to do is I need to bring the saturation back in some of these colors. I usually take the adjust tick mark right here. So basically what I'll do is I'll find a color in this area that I want to bring up, click on it, and just kind of raise it. What that's going to do is it's going to bring the saturation up in that color. You got to kind of watch when you're doing this though, because see, if I click this green and bring this green up, it's actually going to bring the green up over here as well. So you got to kind of make sure you're not bringing up the wrong colors at the wrong time. This red may actually bring some red. No, pretty good. It actually did a pretty decent job on not really messing up this area too much. There's another step that I want to do before I do this split toning. I'm going to come down here and enable the correction. That way I can get a real feel of what it looks like. Basically what it does is it finds your lens that you took it with and flattens any barreling that may be happening. So I'm going to come on down here. This is a new feature for Lightroom CC, the newest one. It's a dehaze feature. It is absolutely amazing. Anybody that's not working on the newest CC or the newest Lightroom needs to get this. You know, when you're shooting outside for weddings, and you know it's a little overcast and you got to blow it out, you can actually bring a lot of that back in just by using this dehaze feature. As you can see in here, what it's going to do is this would be taking it all the way down and blowing it out, but I usually bring it. You can see it darkens a lot, so you got to kind of watch what you're doing. But that is getting pretty close to how I want it. The only thing I want to go back up and do is the split toning. With the highlights, I like to kind of mess around with this, depending on where you take it is what feel you're going to get. But I like to either do a soft warm feel to it, or in this case I want to do a soft blue feel to it. Not a lot, right about there. So basically it's almost just a bluish gray, and then you can take, you know, if you want to make some crazy stuff, you can completely change all of this. I mean, if you want a purple ground, but I'm actually just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to give it a real soft blue feel. So there's the before on the left and the after on the right. As you can see, it is now in the Josh Russell photography feel. You know, I can, if I wanted to, I could bring it down and make it more of a, take that out. But I don't think I want to. I think I want to leave it. I think I want to leave it tall. One thing I may add is a little bit of a vignetting. That way I can kind of get rid of this area. Basically I could take the vignetting down, and then my midpoint I'll turn up. So that way it just creates just a little bit of a barreling effect on the corners. I think that looks I think that looks pretty good. I think that one's done. That is pretty much my style. Now let's go to another one here. I think this is one. We did some fun stuff, like we went across the street and shot that. And this one's actually really cool too. Let's see. Do we want to do the waves? Or do we want to do that one? Let's mess with this one for a second. There is a lot of water drops. Basically, I was under a bridge, but there was a lot of, it was windy down here, so there was a lot of spray coming in. I was fighting that pretty much the entire time. This one I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to bring the highlights down, and I'm going to bring the whites down. We'll get it right about to there. I do need to crop this just a little bit. We'll bring this clarity up. This one I actually think I'm going to bring the vibrance up on. We're going to make this one pretty crazy. Now bring the saturation up just a little bit. This one actually looks really cool like that. I don't know if there's really much more that I want to do to it. Maybe give it just a little bit of blue, and then or something else I was going to do. Give a little bit of dehaze just to see if I can get rid of some of that. There we go. Wanted to see if I could. There's a feature around here that I never even understood what this white balance, this eyedropper was, till a couple weeks ago. But you can actually take this eyedropper and find a spot and click on it, and it'll actually completely change the look of your. Like, it'll find what it's supposed to be for a white balance, and if you click on it, it'll actually find that white balance and completely change your white balance for you. I don't want to do it too much because I actually liked all the colors along the wall here. You got some of these greens and stuff. Ideally it'd be amazing if this wall was the same as this. I could probably go in and Photoshop it and do it. Like I said, I'm not trying to do a lot of Photoshopping. I'm literally just bringing in the pictures and making them like this. Let's do this one more. I think I want to do this one. So we're going to crop this one a little differently. We're going to bring this down there. And we're going to let's bring the clarity up almost all the way. Bring the vibrance up. Now let's start messing with these. The long exposure stuff just turned out so cool. I can't even express like how awesome it ended up being. The homemade PixelStick works. $20. Built myself something pretty amazing. So there you go. I'm done with that one. I basically just changed a couple things. I didn't want to really mess with it too much. I can bring the saturation up a little bit, actually. If you don't want to do it this way, you can manually do it as well. You can come down here and click this and bring these up. I want to bring the clarity down on that. I'm also going to grab the brush and desaturate this outside area a little bit, this stuff. I'm not going to desaturate it all the way like it's doing, although it does look kind of cool that way. Just kind of bring the desaturation. So then I'm going to actually do it again. That way I can get even more of this stuff. We'll bring saturation back up just a tad. Still don't like how red that stop sign is. So just make another layer and bloop. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to. Let's take the saturation all the way down. He's still pretty red. There we go. Now he's nice and dull. So there's that photo. Looks pretty awesome. The bricks look really cool. These bricks are awesome. I actually think I may use these for a photo shoot. But that's kind of how I get my style. Here's a before and after. What does it look like if I flatten it? Start at the curve, bring it up. There we go. Give it a little bit of flat. So on the left is the original. On the right is my version. I think it looks pretty awesome. So I hope that helped a little bit, show you how I make my photos as far as light painting and stuff like that. I wish I could have shot while we were actually painting, but with it raining so hard, it was pointless to even try. I hope this helped. I hope you guys liked the video. I'm going to be bringing you more of them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow me, check me out on Facebook, and I will see you again soon.